Hey guys, it's Ed again. Well, welcome back out to the Arctic Garage. I don't know if the rest of you guys out in the country have been enjoying this below zero weather, but we've had quite a bit of it. So today actually got up to about 15 degrees above zero Fahrenheit, and it was quite tropical. So I thought it'd be a good day, it's Sunday, to come out in the garage and monkey around. So what am I working on? Well, let's go find out. So, what do we have here? Looks like John Deere yellow. What the heck is that doing with John Deere yellow? He's supposed to be working on this thing, but he's working on John Deere yellow. Now, I'm not working on it because the snowblower's dead, because I use an Aaron's. But I've hung on to this gearbox for a long time. And I had grand ideas of actually using it in a race car that I had once upon a time with a Crosley engine in it. It's quite the contraption. But I was going to use it as a steering box. I was going to put the steering wheel up here and you straddled the engine. It was kind of a scary looking thing. But anyway, and then put the pitman arm out here on the end of this, and there you go. And bearings, you can see I even found a bearing. I needed one for that side, but anyway, we're not using that for this purpose. This purpose is going to be for maybe slowing down this thing. So just so you guys remember what we did, I don't know, last winter I think, is we hung the Harbor Freight pipe threader on the end of the bead roller, and it works great. It's got gobs of power. It don't slow down. It'll suck your fingers right through it, and that's not what we want to do. So what we want to do is slow this thing down so it doesn't suck your fingers through it. So I did a couple things, right? So the logical thing to do is, being that that's a brushed motor, you can see the little black things right there, that's for the brush, and you'd think that you'd be able to slow it down using one of these fancy pieces of crap. But I think it actually goes this way. No, it goes this way. Anyway, doesn't matter. It does not work. It says right here on the side, router speed control, do not use on brushless type motors. Okay, well, it's not brushless. Will not work on soft, slow start routers. So maybe that would be considered a slow start. I don't know. Maybe some of you guys, because you guys are a lot smarter than I am, would be able to tell me if that is a slow start. You can see I've got the throttle wired shut or open, you know, and there's no speed control. I know they said if I had a speed control that could be an issue, and this does not have a speed control. It does have a forward and reverse button over on that side of it, but that's it. There's no speed control that I have found anywhere on it. So just double checking, making sure I'm not a liar. I could be, but no speed control. So anyway, what's it gonna take to figure out how to, this will come off. This was the end of the pipe. If you remember the pipe cutter, I just cut it off and used this part with a shem inside of it. I shemmed it up and it fit perfect. And it really does, it rolls great. It just doesn't, it just goes too fast. So over here, back to the gearbox again. The gearbox, I did a little testy westy here, and I took a little pencil mark and I put it somewhere right there. There's the scribbly pencil mark, and then I looked over here and there's a dot, like a hole. So there's the hole in the shaft for the shear pin. Pencil marks up. I'm not going to put you through it, but anyway, I turned this thing 10 times. This little mark went around 10 times. This hole went all the way around, come back around again. So the gear ratio is 10 of those to 1 spin of this. So according to my mathematics, is this sucker is going to go 10 times slower than what it does right now, which is probably going to be too slow and quite annoying. But that's what I'm dealing with. Gearboxes are not cheap. Even the cheapest one I found, I think it was what's that? Surplus Supply Center. Those guys are good. They got good prices. Check them out. They're not giving me anything. But hey guys, if you're watching, I'd love you to send me some junk. Anyway, this thing, you know, is pretty much free. Pick them up on the side of the road anywhere you want. So let's figure out a way to mount said gearbox worm drive onto said bead roller, and I may have to mount it on the stand. I would like to make it so there's a piece of steel over there with all the crap hanging. I could probably add another piece to it and do some shenanigans and make it work, but we got to get it cleaned off because, well, it becomes a bench when you're using it not as much as you should. And I need to use it because I got to build the floors for said Mac. So anyway guys, we'll bring it back when I got things torn apart and I got an idea of how the hell I'm going to do this. Okay guys, well, we got a plan. Sort of. This is a pipe coupler, and it is just a little too small to slide right on there. So, and it's a little too small. Hey, did I tell you? These shaft sizes, this one and this one, same freaking size. It's unbelievable. Even though this might be metric, and that probably isn't. But I think, I haven't mic'd them yet, but I'm going to probably. I want to just mic and make sure. But we're going to take this down cellar and throw her in the old lathe and see if, I don't have a boring bar, but I do have like a triangular kind of bit thing that I'm hoping I'll be able to stick down in there. I'm not sure this plan's going to work, but we're going to give her what we can and see if we can, all we got to do is knock out just a little bit of those threads and she'll fit on there. It's really close. So let's go do that. And then we just cut the shaft off somewhere here. We slip this on. We could get fancy and weld it, or we could put a set screw in it. Don't really care. I might put a set screw in it. I might put a bolt all the way through it. If the hole was out here, I could use that hole and put a pin all the way through it, which would be fine. But that pushes the motor way, or the gearbox, oh crap, dropping stuff. That pushes this way out here, and that just is wonky. So it's already wonky enough, but I figure if I can get that on there, that's got to go on there in one way or another. So that's step one, is getting that shaft and this shaft mated together, because that's basically what's got to happen. I can reverse that motor, that drive thing there, pipe threader, so if this is turning the wrong way, I can make it turn the right way. That's no big deal. So not overly concerned about that. And then all we got to do is probably whack that shaft right out of the way, get that thing out of there, and then depending on, yeah, I'm definitely going to go on that side, because then everything kind of mounts back here on this side of it, and I think that's going to be better, is to have it mount back on that side. So let's go downstairs and cut this out of here. Let me find a mic too and mic this. I'll tell you what size it is. I know this is like 22 millimeters or some stupid thing like that. I remember that just from reading it, but let's find out. So there you go, guys. 9.8 or 0.987 or 81, yeah, 15. We can squeeze it around a little bit, find a hole. I'm going to go with 0.98. And this one, see if I can get it up here. Now this thing's kind of heavy, which is good. It's built good. Clean some of the rust off. Looks to be a little bigger. That looks to be about yeah, she's a solid 1 inch. So this one's just a skosh under. This one is just a skosh under 1 inch. So when we make this thing fit, we got to make sure we make it fit the bigger one, which is 1 inch. If she's a little sloppy over there, it'll be okay. It's not precision. It just needs to make it go round and round, right? Right. Okay. So guys, we've decided that the pipe idea and trying to turn it on the lathe did not work. I don't have a boring bar for that little lathe, and I couldn't get the tooling inside of it. So had to find something that had a 1 inch diameter inside and was thick enough that it would have a substantial wall so you could actually put a set screw of some sort in it. And look what I found. This is the original handle. Well, the handle used to be here, but I cut it off, ground it, so I know that's the correct size to fit on here, and it is the correct size to fit on here. So now all I got to do is mount this, take and try to center it up best I can. It's got a little wobble in it, and preferably this way, because the set screw will be this way. And I'm going to weld it right on. I'm not going to screw around because I don't have a lot of meat, because this isn't very wide. I don't know, what is that, 1.5 inches maybe? So I mean, and this screw, if I use this one as the tensioner, it's not centered. You can see it's a little bit this way. So I could put one over here a little bit this way, but I think I'm just going to try welding it on and go from there. So leave it up. You can see the hole where the set screw is. Put a little gob down inside there, and then maybe on the outside a little bit more. So, but I'll bring it back when I figure that part out. But that's what I decided. That's the coupler. That's what we're going to use. We'll see how it works. Okay guys, well, I have a vice grip up contraption. It's beautiful. You'll love it. Ready? Here it is. What do you think about that? Okay, Snowblower auger with the hand. Whoa. Did it work? Oh no, it's spinning on the thing. I forgot I'm leaning on this stupid thing. What the heck am I doing? Anyway, it didn't work because I think it's because I don't have the set screw in. But anyway, I'll give you the rundown. I threw that on the floor so I don't try to grind my fingers off. So we have the coupler here, and I don't even know if the set screw's tight in that. I'll have to check that set screw. It might be. That's welded onto this shaft, goes into the snowblower, comes out over here to a piece of 3-inch channel iron, but I really needed like 3 3/8. So I had this piece of 1/4 inch, and we're going to make that work. And that gives me, it's 1/4 inch angle. It's like 3 by 4. And that gives me a 4-inch tab sticking out here that I could probably go with the 3-inch tab, because I need this tab here to, I don't know if you guys can see, where the heck am I? Here I am. This tab, so I can put the bolt through here to keep this thing from going every which way but loose. Yeah, so that is what I came up with. Got to put some bolts in here, bolt the bearing on. This bearing was on it, so I said, why not? Let's use it, right? So I think we'll just tighten everything down, and then we'll get some bolts in it, maybe put some welds on it. I might get rid of that bolt down there. If I do a good enough job, I could cut it off, weld it on the other side where this used to be, and use it to hold this again from doing its floppy-doppy thing. So I think we may have a 10-to-1 gear ratio. Well, of course, guys, you know the battery's got to run dead. That's just the way it is. So anyway, I finished it up pretty much. I might weld it, but the welder's over there and I'm over here, so we put some bolts in it. This is what we came up with. So a couple bolts here holding this piece of angle on. This is a little bit crooked, but it seems to like it there better with the bearing, so we're going to go with that. I drilled a hole, and there's a bolt. You can kind of see the bolt sort of kind of sticking through there maybe. Oh yeah, there you go. So that's just sticking in there, but I got to weld it in. And then I got a piece of tin here. This is a nice piece of rusty 20 gauge probably. And I'm going to set you guys up hopefully somewhere where you can see I got a pretty big heavy roller in there, and we're going to see how slow can you go. Remember that song? How slow can you go? Okay, I think we got you in the shot. And we're going to run this piece of tin through here. I put a little squiggly in it. I got junk all over the floor, so I got no room to work, but that's normal for me. I'm going to line it right up, dead center. I know you can't see. There we go. Oh, look how slow she goes. Oh, it's beautiful. Sucking my fingers off. Check that out, boys and girls. We made an S. We made a snake shape. Very slow and rusty metal. So, can we, of course we lose my light. Nothing likes to work when it's cold. Anyway, can we mount a snowblower gearbox to a bead roller and make the frickin' thing work? Well, yes we can. So, anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this, part 2, the revision, and you saw how slow that sucker went. It's awesome. I mean, where'd that piece of tin go? I'll see if I can hand hold it, because you don't even need 2 hands. You could do it with 1 hand, you know? Like right there, buddy. Look how slow that goes. Do a little crisscross here. No hands. Look. gotta get it out of here. Get out of there. There. So there you go. Check it out. I know it's rusty and it doesn't look very impressive, but man, that's got some control. We run that again, we could really beat them beads right in there. That was a piece of tape. Don't care. Yeah, that's cool. That is what we're supposed to use. That's going to be sweet. So, anyway, guys, thanks again for watching, subscribing, commenting, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye.